I'm at the logging show again today, and I am here with this guy is Jim, and he is with Heatmaster Furnaces, and this is his furnace. So this is a G4000. What does that mean?
It's a gasification stove.
Oh,
it will
okay.
be for best efficiency. You can use dry wood for the gasification.
You want to use dry wood.
Yep.
Have to use dry wood.
Yep.
Yep.
Under 25% it works best. We got units that'll heat up to 10,000 square feet for these units.
And what does this one heat?
This one heats 4,000 square feet.
Okay. So if a person had not a huge house and then a shed, you could heat both of them?
Yep.
Possibly?
It's got 2 outputs, so you can go to a shed or a house.
Nice. So I see it, the door is pretty thick. I'm guessing that's insulation.
Yep. It's insulated to keep your efficiencies up.
So what does this have like for the down on the bottom for
down on the bottom is the refractory.
Yep. Oh, I see.
Heats very hot to burn the extra gases off.
So then in the back, I'm guessing you've got clean out up on your, what do you call them, up on top? The flues or whatever?
The spirals are
spirals.
a nice, easy
okay.
clean out on the sides for the spirals, and that is on the side.
Oh, okay, okay.
The handle will clean all the spirals off to get all the creosote out.
So you don't have to go in there and beat on it with anything.
Nope.
You can just clean it right like that.
Nice and simple.
Very simple.
And efficient.
So this unit is available right now?
It's available right now at the show. We have one at a huge discount. It's a year-old model.
This one here is, or?
This one is not. The one that is on sale is on the other side of our booth, and the sale price is $999.
Yep. I know a guy who needs one. He'll be here Saturday, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll send him here.
Sounds good.
And then this is what?
This is a pellet boiler.
Got it. So is that what the P means, the P?
Yep.
So how does that work? Is it an automatic feed, or is there a hopper, or how does it work?
I will let you talk to the guy that knows the most about this one.
So this is a pellet stove. You know everything about it. So I see there's like you've got a hopper here, right?
Yeah, that's optional. You can expand to get greater storage capacity for the furnace. With the standard model, it comes with a hopper bin attached to it. So
that's
you're
right
good
here.
for about 2 to 5 days between adding pellets.
Really?
Yep, it just opens up from the side here.
Oh, so what is this here, just to keep out debris?
Yeah, and that's basically you
and
can set your bag on there, cut your bag, and let the pellets drop in just to make things a little easier.
That makes sense. I like that. So in other words, the benefit of something like this is you can leave.
You can leave. It's a fully automated system. Set it and forget it.
And if you get this, you can leave for longer. Yeah,
exactly.
Like a week.
Yeah, you can typically go up to a week. Again, you don't want to just ignore it for too long. You want to be around just for basic maintenance and to check on it. But really, you only have to periodically clean out your ashes every couple of weeks. And keep your pellets full, and that's all there is to it.
And pellets, what do they generally run for moisture content? It's probably in the teens, I'm guessing?
No, you want to use premium pellets, and moisture content in that case is usually below 9%.
Oh, so single digits.
Yeah,
that's
so
really
very low.
Good.
So there's very little ash, very little waste, and very high efficiency.
So, a lot of people they have the false belief that you got a boiler, you can just throw anything in it, right? And
well,
then they got problems.
You can throw anything in it. It doesn't mean it'll work, right?
Right. But they don't think that they think, all-nighters, I can throw a piece I just cut in and it'll be good till morning. They don't realize all they're doing is burning off
Right, so you're giving up 30% of the energy just to boil off the
I try to tell it to people, but they're like, oh no, it lasts a long time. It's burning all night. Like, okay.
We get that a lot. I like burning green wood because it lasts longer.
Yeah, they don't realize they're losing a lot of heat.
Absolutely.
Losing a lot of heat. But it is more work, obviously, to dry the wood and everything and get it fully dry down to 20% or less. And all of these need to be 20% or less, right? Or you want them to be 20?
No, ideally you want about that 25% moisture content or less. But if you do have some green wood, you can mix it in. The problem is that if you have a higher moisture content, that moisture has to go somewhere.
And if you take,
if you take moisture and you take ash, then you get creosote. So then you're going to be spending more time doing cleaning and maintenance.
Yeah. So tell me about this 20% saving, 26% tax credit on biomass.
Well, actually now this year they bumped it up to 30% from what used to be 26. But like the government often does, they put a caveat on that and they capped it at $2,000.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much any gas fire furnace now you can get a $2,000 credit back on your taxes, which makes it much more affordable for the average person.
Yeah, absolutely. So what else you got for other units over here then?
Well, this is more of a conventional style boiler. Doesn't have the efficiency that you'll get out of a gasifier or our G series.
So when you say efficiency, this percentage-wise efficient compared to the gasification, what are you talking?
Well, you're probably looking more in the 70s as far as percentage versus mid to high 80s in a gasifier.
Oh, gasifiers, so it's 10, 15%.
Yeah,
more.
it all depends. It depends on the brand, depends on the model. But again, back in 2015, when they brought in the new regulations, they basically said you have to have 75% or better in order to be approved by the EPA. And so these type of furnaces don't. So we sell these as commercial wood burners or for use with coal for
right.
residential
In Wisconsin,
applications.
which we're in, is a coal. You can burn coal in. There's a few states you can't burn coal in, I know.
Yeah, there's a
and
few.
so this is a C250, so what does that mean?
That's 250,000 BTU per hour to get an 8-hour burn.
So
it'll heat up to about 5,000 square feet.
5,000, so that's a pretty good sized one. And then there's one back behind here, is one even bigger yet.
Right, so this is the same as the one we were looking at on the other side, but this is actually a 2022 model that one of my dealers had in stock.
So it's an older one,
yeah, so we thought we'd do something real special, so we're blowing this model out for $99.99 instead of our retail price of $12,495.
And that's a good savings.
So a little bonus for people at the show.
And this is the only one you have, huh?
The only one available.
So if they want to get a hold of Heatmaster, this is the guy.
Jim from JJH Electric.
JJH Electric. Yep. There you go.
In Denmark.
In Denmark, Wisconsin. All right. We're not going to give everybody a phone number. They can look it up. But yeah, this will be available if you guys are interested. So that's a heck of a good deal. My buddy who needs one or wants a new one, I'm telling him tonight about this.
Yeah, we've got two other guys that they have to go home and talk to the spouse.
Well, he's been talking about it for a couple of years now, and he had a couple of fires, and it's on its last leg, because when he bought the house, it was already old.
Yeah.
And he lives out in the farm. It's where my wood yard is, and so he'll be getting a hold of you, I think.
Well, you might want to jump the line and just put a deposit down on it now.
I live in town. I can't. I'd love to have a boiler. I can't. I got I don't have a place yet in the country. It's my plan, though.
Well, I've got a couple of customers in Minneapolis who are burning G-Series wood boilers.
Really?
Yeah.
But in the city?
In the city.
How do they get away with that?
Well, the particular location they're at,
Oh.
it's not a big deal, but you could put this inside your garage. They are rated for indoor application. You'd never even know the person had a furnace because there's no smoke, no emissions, except for the big wood pile he's got beside.
That's kind of a giveaway. Yeah, it's kind of a giveaway. Yeah. The problem is that there's a lot of insurance companies that won't let you do it. That's the catch.
Yeah, and a lot of insurance companies don't understand how these furnaces work, and so they don't realize.
Well, it's because they got a blanket policy, and that's because one time somebody had a problem, and then all their actuaries say, "Oh, you can't do that anymore. It costs us money." Yeah.
So normally we have to talk to them, explain how they're UL listed for indoor applications. It's a bit of a process, so it takes some time.
So how long has this company been around, Heatmaster? Like forever?
Since about 2000. So it's been a long time. And again, we're out of Canada, and we sell all over North America.
Interesting. Yeah. So now, I've heard that when you guys come out with a new model, you have to go through this real stringent. You have to send a model in. You pay a big pile of money.
Yeah, there's a fee, and it's pretty extensive testing, both for the efficiency rating and the amount of emissions that come out of it, and then so it goes through that special testing, and then they let us know if we qualify for those EPA regulations.
And if you don't, then you got to go all over it.
Then you got to back to the drawing board.
And they tear the machine apart to make sure everything's put together.
Yeah, they look at everything, and then you have to basically secure the furnace and set it aside and wrap it, and you can't touch it for a number of years, just in case they need to go back and check it again.
Holy smokes.
But there's a lot of stuff you go through, but in the end it's worth it because it makes it a better product.
Yeah, well, they're forcing improvements, and I get that, and I get the safety part of it, but to make it so hard for, like, say a guy invents something that is so good, but to have the funds to really make it work is almost impossible nowadays, unless you're a big company to come up.
Absolutely. It's real tough for the small little local manufacturers.
Yeah.
But they can come to us, and we're always looking for new ideas as well. Right. People. But that aspect of it is really good, and we like innovation.
Oh, absolutely.
And it keeps our engineers busy too.
So what are these? These are the hoses that you run underwater. Is that what this underground?
Yep, this is it's a product that we distribute called RhinoFlex, and it's a closed cell foam around your 1 inch, inch and a quarter, or 32 mil PEX lines, and then it's encased in this plastic shell, so it's completely waterproof. 25-year warranty, so extremely durable. And again, you lose typically less than a degree per 100 foot of underground pipe.
Really? So how many feet can you run it? Like, what's like your maximum?
The limitation is more on the size of your pipe and the size of your pump. So, you know, we've got guys, it's not uncommon. Most people, you know, that 100, 150 feet, but we've got them up to 300 feet long.
Right. Well, I've heard a couple people say that in certain townships they're saying 500 feet away from the building, which makes it impossible.
Which is totally insane.
That's why they did it.
Be 500 feet. So,
yeah, because they don't want them.
Yeah. There's always something.
There's some Karen that said we're putting 500 feet to get rid of them.
I see that all the time.
Yeah, that happens.
But that's been a great product, and it's not cheap. But in like
so
most things,
by the foot.
Buy it by the foot, but you get what you pay for, and it comes on a 300, 500, or 1,000 foot roll. But dealers like Jim here will cut that for you and get you the size that you need.
And then when you bury this is how deep do you go?
Typically, most people you're going to bury it around 2 feet.
So you don't go below the frost line?
You don't need to do that because it's so well insulated. You may want to put it in a little deeper if you're going under a road with the extra traffic. But that's one of the nice things about this type of material. Is
when you mean under a road, like under a driveway?
Under a driveway, or you know, you can drive heavy trucks over it and not an issue.
So tell me about what you got here. What are these things?
We got a few other components. This is essentially a pump that you'd put on the back of your furnace. So this is pumping your water to and from the house. That's a product we get from Grundfos in Germany, so very reliable.
If it's German made, it's probably good.
And then the other thing that's great is most people don't realize you can have unlimited domestic hot water using a wood boiler. So this basically transfers the heat from your wood boiler into your domestic water system. So it's all sealed and very efficient transferring your heat over.
Yeah.
So
my brother has a wood boiler, and whenever our no good for nothing brother-in-law stays over, he takes like an hour-long shower because he knows it's endless.
Yeah,
I think he does it just to tick them off.
And then you got to send them out to put more wood back in the furnace. That's the punishment for those long showers.
And what's this down here?
This is a unit heater. Basically, you could put typically you'd hang it from the ceiling. So it's got a radiator inside and a fan on the back.
So is this like for a shed or garage?
Yeah, garage. You just hang it up. It's thermostatically controlled, so whenever you heat it, just kicks on.
So how much heat does this put out compared to like a 220 heater in the garage or a small gas?
You can get them in all different sizes, you know, from a little 12-inch by 12-inch one for, you know, typical 2-car garage all the way up to a 2-foot by 2-foot.
So this size right here would do a 2-stall garage no problem?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Even like a small shed, like a 40-40 shed maybe, or
what I would recommend when you're getting into the bigger buildings is to go with 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
So then you can have the air circulate better, and it'll recover the heat a lot faster.
So then the fan runs off electricity, obviously, and then it's got an exchanger in there, so you're just pumping out the heat.
Right. You run your pipe to it. You can just get the little cheap thermostat from the local hardware store that you plug into.
Isn't that his job to install it? There it is, Heatmaster. There you go. If you got questions, Heatmaster, you guys got a website, obviously?
Yep, www.heatmasterss.com. SS for stainless steel.
Oh, I thought Superstar. Maybe.
Oh, we'll take that too.
Okay, there you go. And if you're local, get a hold of Jim. He can hook you up and set you up. That's all I got for today, folks. Be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. with another video for you. Good night, everybody.